First of all, ma'am, tell me about the mothers' conference. Firstly, something like about it.
Okay. So the Returning Mothers Conference is one for getting an individual sustain their careers. It need not be only for mothers. It can be any individual who wants to sustain their careers. But most of the time, we see that many women, um, sometimes because of the family responsibilities or something, they actually step down from their career, and most of the time they don't re-enter the career. So this conference was started to help them re-enter it with upskilled and developed senses as well as faculties, so that they can actually either switch their career, or if they want to go up in their career also, that should be possible. So this conference is for everyone who wants to upskill themselves in any particular area. It can be research, it can be um, entrepreneurship, or it can be switching their jobs.
Okay. And we coming back to the mothers' conference. First of all, when I talk to you in personally, you tell me about the idea, like the whole idea, why you put this initiative, why you start this initiative. You started because you saw many of the things, like every time when a female have a child, she has to quit her job. Why only woman has to do that? So tell me, why? What is the incident which happens to you so that you came to that initiative?
Okay, right. In fact, I was doing it for some of my students. Some of my
Okay.
students who are toppers, they bag wonderful jobs with any of the IT companies. Most of the students actually go for the IT companies, and they even move up the ladder within 6 months or 1 year or something. But when I met some of them after 2 or 3 years of gap, when I asked one of them, so what position are you in? She immediately said, I had to relocate. So because of that, I stepped down from my career. Right now, I'm at home looking after my child. I said, okay,
Okay.
then when are you going to go back? And she said, I have no idea. I have no idea whether the company will want me. And I have no idea whether I'll be able to actually balance the work and life. So I think I may not. And that shocked me really, because the government, the parents, and everyone puts in so much of efforts to bring up a graduate, especially an engineering graduate. And after 2 or 3 years of career, if she is going to completely be out of the career, what is the point of bringing all those expenses, time, and all those energy and efforts? So that was my thought. And I after that I started researching and found that many students who topped the classes were just out of their jobs, and happily out of their jobs, that too. So I thought that, so the perhaps the thought or the motivation has not been there. But in fact, what happens is, you were talking about the stereotypes, and how only they have to look after the children, the elderly, and all these things. That is how our society is. It is automatically brought in the household, society, and everywhere, and it has been drummed into the girl that she is the one who's responsible for the children, for the elderly, all the household unpaid work. So that is the reason they find it very difficult to come out of that chain and pursue their career also. So this was the instant that made me think about this Returning Mothers Conference. And in 2014, I first started it as a workshop. And 2017, again, we conducted another workshop. That was pretty local. And finally,
Okay.
when in 2018, when I was invited to the World Bank for a discussion about the women um, representation increase in power and energy sector, I was able to talk about this Returning Mothers workshop. And they said it's an absolutely amazing idea. Why don't you make it into a conference? So that was the time I made it into a conference, and they supported me. IEEE Computer Society supported me a lot. And in 2019, we ran the first conference. And from then onwards, it has gone from strength to strength.